Are you sick and tired of yo-yo dieting, of not having the confidence that you want to know exactly what you should be eating right now, putting together your own menu plans, getting the results that you're looking for, losing the weight, overcoming the ailments? That's you. You're going to want to stay tuned. I'm Professor Spira, and I practice something called the Mucusless Diet Healing System by Professor Arnold Ehret. I've done so for over 20 years, and I've had the privilege of working with thousands of people and helping them reach their health goals using the same principles that I use to overcome numerous ailments and get off of all kinds of pharmaceutical drugs and feel better than I ever thought that I could have felt many years ago before I started down this path. And today I want to talk a little bit about the phenomenon of the yo-yo diet, the yo-yo dieting, and one of the main reasons that I find people end up in this pendulum, end up in this going back and forth. So this month we're vegan, then next month we try the keto thing, then I'll be raw vegan fruitarian, then I'll eat nothing but raw meat, then and this goes on over and over and over again forever. The one thing that is the ultimate cure for the yo-yo diet is the Mucusless Diet Healing System transition diet methodology. Now bear with me, okay? Bear with me here, because I'm gonna show you that all of that, when you start the practice of transition diet, all of that, those dynamics of the cravings, the so-called cheat days, the craving things you shouldn't be eating, but you can't help it and you go and get it. All of that is worked into the transition methodology. There is always something not as bad that you can eat. There's always an option that's not as devastating to your body, that's not the best, that's not optimal, but it's not as bad, that you can choose. And you learn this when you become a student of the transition diet. And that is one of the things that I really, really try to promote and to get over to people, that it is all about transition. Transition, transition, transition. Because there's so few people that truly give themselves to the transition and the transitional methodology. Like, people try to hang on to other dogmas. They try to say, well, I want to be 100% raw and I want to do this and that. And that's well and good. But when you really want to make sure that you don't end up on that pendulum, if that's something that you don't want, if you're sick and tired of the yo-yo phenomenon and you don't want to end up on that thing anymore, then give yourself to the transition diet and the transition diet methodology. Because once you unlock it and you feel it for yourself in your body, you can then understand how you can gradually transition into anything you want. Because you can actually use, I don't recommend this, but you can even use the logic of the transition methodology to transition to a terrible diet. Don't do that, and it's not sustainable, and you're going to get sick, and that's the reason that we're going away from that direction. But the principles, the tool of the transition diet is remarkable and works whether you want it to or not, if you're using it. With a lot of the isms, that's why I don't ascribe to an ism, I'm a Mucusless Diet Healing System practitioner. I practice the system. And part of that system is there's periods of time where I'm eating mucus lean and I'm having real big meals that has mucus involved, but it's not the worst mucus, but it's mucus in there. And the cooked vegetables with the big salads and that kind of stuff. But my principles are always there, and so I'm always gonna have a fruit meal in the afternoon usually. but then the vegetable meal might have some in it that a raw foodist would never consider eating. But in many cases, I would rather see somebody have a grip, like feel comfortable with their transition, because you want to find your baseline. You should never feel all the time as if you're you're running around hungry. Like I don't run around hungry. I'm not into that at all. I don't like that I'm hungry, kind of thing. And I've fasted more than most people, but it's how I did it. And it's because of the transition methodology that when I have done long fasts, I wasn't hungry while I was fasting. I would go through periods where I'd be fatigued or tired, or that's part of the fasting process, but I got a lot done and ultimately was able to plug in and really get to a point where I had like unending energy. The point is that to get to that, there was a certain level of mastery of transition dieting that I had achieved before I was able to do that. If you are sick and tired of the yo-yo dieting and not having confidence in what you're eating, then I encourage you, check out the Mucusless Diet Healing System by Professor Arnold Ehret, the transition diet lessons. Now, if you want to plug in to the community, and really one of the best things that you can do when you want to help hold yourself accountable is to plug into the community of other people that's doing this. And this is like a once in a lifetime kind of opportunity to plug into people as we're building this community and this lifestyle from the ground up. Like we're the pioneers of this thing. We're way far away from any kind of mainstream or a bunch of people knowing about this. This is for you, and this is because only the most advanced thinkers, the most open people tend to be the ones that are even open enough to watch this type of video this long through. So I look at you as like, you can be part of the family. Let's go. Let's go. We got to take action. So first thing, if you're not signed up for the Mucus-free Life Insiders Club, go down below, click the link. You're going to get 3 free gifts, 3 free PDFs that include recipes, menu planning, introduction, how to mucus-free menu plan properly, my top 10 favorite mucus-free foods to bust and eliminate toxic mucus out of your body. You're gonna get all that. Just sign up right now, click that link, plug in, and plug into the community. Every Wednesday we have a free meetup. If you want access to that, sign up and then plug into the community. And I email that out, usually the link to access that when I can. It's also, you can find it on our Facebook support page. But just engage, get involved. There's the potential for what we can do is it's so huge. And you're coming at such an exciting time, because this is a time of great growth, a time of great awakening. People are starting to wake up. People are starting to get it. And it's a beautiful thing watching that. But that yo-yo stuff is very important to, if you're gonna do the Mucusless Diet Healing System, be all in, become a student of the transition diet. Become a student of the art of fasting. Develop and cultivate your character and have an unwavering attitude about what you're doing, that this is what I'm doing. I don't need any validation. I don't need a pat on the back. I don't need somebody, a friend or a family member, to come and sign off on what I'm doing. This is what I'm doing. Doesn't matter what age you are, significant others, brothers and sisters, whatever it is. If you see this and you get this and you understand that this is about your future, this is about cleaning up your bloodstream so that your children's 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 children can live in a totally different reality than this thing that we got going on here. A human lifestyle of paradise. I truly believe that that is attainable. Perhaps not immediately, not in our lifetime, or but in some generations of some serious work and cleaning up, we can take humanity in a whole different direction. Truly clean this world up. For anybody that's interested in conservation and trying to heal the world and all that kind of stuff, you have to be on this path and coming at it from this direction, because they've already tried the other directions. They don't work. You try to pass legislation and play those games and have your favorite politician put, that ain't gonna work. This is a revolution that's gonna be waged at the lunch table, at the dinner table. And the weapons are gonna be them forks and them spoons in your hands, and learning how to control what it is that you put into your body. The most revolutionary thing that you can do. The most revolutionary thing that you can do is learn how to control what you put into your mouths. So I thank you so much for tuning in. And before you go, I want you to take a look right here. This is another great video that was actually handpicked for you, handpicked. And so I want you to click right here, right now, and I will see you over there. Peace, love, and breath.